Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Rocket Rabbit Commentaries. Ahem! 50 years have passed since Simon Belmont vanquished the curse of Dracula. Fate has dictated that Juste Belmont, blood descendant of the Belmont family, hunt for the relics of Dracula. One day, Juste's best friend, Maxim, who had set out on a training expedition 2 years earlier, returned unexpectedly, his body covered with wounds. He informs Juste that Lydie, a childhood friend whom they both deeply care about, has been kidnapped. Maxim has completely lost his memory of the time training away from home, and only has vague images of the kidnapping. Ignoring his bodily injuries, Maxim leads Juste to the place where he believes Lydie is being held captive. Passing through thick fog, the two men happen upon a castle undocumented on any map. Could this be the fabled Dracula's castle? Standing solemnly in the night, this foreboding castle welcomes its unexpected guests as the moonlight shines upon it. Welcome, my friends, my cohorts, my colleagues, my YouTube viewers, and other personages to Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. Not Harmony of Despair, that's a different game. This is Harmony of Dissonance. See, it says so.
Harmony of Despair. Let's start with Harmony of Dissonance.
We're not going to ever do Harmony of Despair, sadly. So yeah, we get to play as Juste Belmont, and for those of you that are familiar with Symphony of the Night, the castle and a lot of the stuff and a lot of the events that happen in Harmony of Despair or Harmony of Dissonance will seem very familiar to Symphony of the Night, because this is effectively what Symphony of the Night could have been if Symphony of the Night was a better video game. I said it!
Alright, we got super speed physics.
And we also have surprise first boss. Haha.
Ah, come
we
on,
don't actually fight
tutorial
this guy
boss.
yet. We will be fighting one of his brothers later, but right now this is just an escape sequence.
Run away. Say,
Swiftly now, Juste.
shouldn't the bodyguard be pushing the dude outside of the castle instead of pushing him in?
Yes, but Juste needs to be here for plot reasons later on. So
We'll see that robot later on.
we will. All right. So I am relatively well experienced with Harmony of Dissonance, as I honestly think it's like, when it comes to the Igavanias, Harmony of Dissonance is honestly relatively famously maligned for being just not as good as the other Igavanias in the series. But I have to disagree on a couple of major points. Although Juste controls relatively awkwardly, he still controls fluidly enough to where it's not really a big issue that you have to end up fighting with. And Juste gets what is effectively the best dashes out of any of the games. His forward and back dash specifically are extremely spammable, and the game is designed around Juste going really, really fast through the game. I am unfortunately not good enough at the game to have him go really, really fast, which is why this playthrough is going to be, almost 20 parts long.
They did a good job at teaching players to be fast with this character, because that's how you made it into the castle, was by dashing away from the big, stupid Salazar robot.
The Salazar robot can actually just be walked away from, though, so it's not really that big of a deal.
It's coming right for us. Walk! Walk for your life!
Yeah. Alright, here's our first save room.
Save rooms.
Save rooms are very nice.
They're back.
I enjoy Harmony of Dissonance. I enjoy Harmony of Dissonance a lot more than Circle of the Moon, which is not actually an Igavania. It's more action platformer than action RPG. But I will say that Harmony of Dissonance has problems. The big problem is that we don't really get access to decent travel options until more than halfway through the fucking game.
Well,
and
of course,
it makes the casual experience for Harmony of Dissonance feel extremely well. The casual experience for Harmony of Dissonance is both lost and slow. Despite how fast Juste is, it doesn't really matter how fast he is if the castle doesn't really doesn't really allow him to show off how fast he is. And the castle is well enough designed to try to show off how fast he is, but it isn't really successful at it because of how far away our fast travel options actually are. Hey, Death.
Had to reveal himself as Death and not question Mark, man. Of course he's Death. He's got the sickle.
Though the power that is here is not my lord's.
What do you mean?
I must go now. We shall meet again, son of Belmont. And for the record, no, Juice could not kill Death right now. Here is our first castle map. There are three. There's either 2 or 3 of these scattered throughout the game. I forget if I actually pick up the second one. This is not a 100% run in quotation marks because 100% on Harmony of Dissonance would mean capping out the bestiary, and the bestiary is a thing that is most certainly fun to fill out casually, but it's not something that I'm going to fill out for a playthrough.
Push the box.
Push
with your knees. It almost looks like he's pushing it. They didn't even have to put an animation of him pushing objects. It's just him walking forward.
Now, because Juice is a Belmont, he gets access to a majority of the famous Belmont sub-weapons, such as the Holy Water, the Cross, the Knife, and
the Whip.
Oh, he doesn't get access to the stopwatch, sadly, but he does get access to the Bible as well.
Because Belmonts are
because
like
he is a
family
different
of
type of
beast tamers.
Belmont, he also gets access to spell books. We just picked up the Ice spell book.
Ice book. Turn it on. Oh, of course.
Right,
you know,
so,
always remember to turn on your books.
By turning on your spell books, all of your sub-weapons gain different elemental spells that you can attach to them. The Ice and Holy Water combination is three homing shots that actually explode and deal ice elemental damage on enemies. It is an extremely powerful spell and costs a bit much at this point in the game, but it's most certainly worth it for a lot of the tougher enemies that we'll be fighting. There are a bunch of different elemental books that we will actually be showing off a good portion of. I do believe that I end up missing the last elemental spell books simply because I ended up not wanting to go and pick it up after I was done. This is the Axe sub-weapon. The Axe sub-weapon has got a myriad of really powerful elemental combinations. This one is not one of them, though. The Frozen Meteor is, although relatively good against specific bosses, is pretty crap against most of them.
So
also, because we are a Belmont, we have the dangly whip thingy.
Well, of course, we got the dangly whip thingy. That's been a Castlevania staple since the very first game.
Actually, no, it's not in Castlevania 1. It's in Castlevania 4 specifically, but it's not in Castlevania 1.
Bullcrap. Simon Belmont was the monster master. He was whipping them into shape.
Well, he most certainly had a whip, but he did not have the dangly whip thingy.
Well, what dangly whip thingy sounds very much like a whip.
Yeah, but they're slightly different. The Castlevania 1 whip is very strictly just a relatively delayed straight shot, whereas the dangly whip thingy allows you to hold the whip out in front of you and then manipulate it slightly.
Oh, jeez, what game does that remind me of now? It's a game where you first set the weapon out and then using your control pad you can manipulate where it goes.
There are several different video games that have that style of weapon, but Castlevania is the one. Castlevania 4 is the one that made it famous. So.
Oh wait, that's right. I think I must be thinking of Super Smash Bros. Melee.
I don't remember if Melee actually has anyone with that.
Well, it's not really a weapon. I think it's Link's hookshot that I'm thinking of.
Can you manipulate Link's hookshot after you fire it?
I'm pretty sure you can. It's not very useful, but it's a thing you can do.
Okay. Here is the Holy Bible book.
So books.
The Holy
I
Bible.
have a question.
The Holy Bible elemental spells are actually pretty good as well. But the ice one is, I believe, Rolling Inferno, right?
You got me.
I am looking. I forgot that I didn't want to go take down the first boss quite yet. There's a couple of relics that I want to pick up first before we fight the first boss.
So, books, do they take AA, AAA, or Sci-C batteries?
Yeah, Rolling Inferno. The spells specifically take up mana, which is our blue bar underneath our health bar, but sub-weapons, if you turn off your spell book, will take up hearts. You know, as is Castlevania, classic fashion.
Okay, so AA batteries.
I wouldn't say AA batteries. I mean, that's probably closer to AAA batteries.
No, see, this is what I believe is the difference between AA's and AAA's. AA's are for, you know, more essential items like the television controller on your remote device, and AAA's is for accessories that are not necessarily conducive to life functions, but still make life a lot easier, especially with my Bose noise-canceling soundproof headphones.
Well, then yes, most certainly the spells are AA batteries, and then the sub weapons, well, without spell affinity, are a AAA.
I see.
Honestly, the sub weapons in the game are good. They're just not all that powerful. What sub weapons really excel at, honestly, are defensive applications.
I like that. He's got a backward-facing dash.
Yes. Having both forward and backward dash makes Juiced specifically really versatile with his speed options.
So they want you to dodge with Juiced.
Yes, they want you to dodge with Juiced and not just ram your face into everything. Thankfully, this is still early on, so ramming our face into everything isn't that punishing.
Well, you say that, but
here we
are
have
almost
the fist
dead.
weapon. I do believe that Juiced is the first Belmont to actually get access to the Flurry of Fist weapon. So this is Ice Fist.
Ow.
Ice Fist is actually somewhat broken. What I'm attempting to do right now, I don't believe I'm doing it here, but I might be doing it here. I believe what I'm trying to do here is set up the Ice Fist glitch so I can get access to an early fast travel point. But I fail at doing it.
That's okay.
It is very possible. I have done it. Outside of practice. I have done it on a casual run to use the Ice Lance spell in order to effectively fake a double jump. We will be getting double jump natively later on, and it is very important that we get it later. But right now we're trying to use this as a fake. You may notice that the soul orb that we picked up allows us to actually see the amount of damage that we're doing on our opponents. Hence, I really wish that we just started with this ability. To be perfectly honest, a lot of the GBA Igavania games have this problem of where native abilities that we come to expect from other RPGs are things that are not actual native to the Belmonts or the characters that we're playing as. So yeah, this is me attempting to set up the Ice Lance jump glitch, and unfortunately, it will not work as I have already spoiled.
Well, I see that you had successfully refilled your health just by saving the game.
Yep, which is very nice of them. Okay, so in order to get this to work appropriately, what you need to do is you need to jump, Ice Lance, and then when you are past the point where the ceiling is going to stop you, you can then, if you have double jump specifically, jump onto the platform up there.
I see. Well, let's see, that was a close one.
It's close, but I unfortunately do not have the skills necessary to do it right now. I know it is possible to do it right now, but I don't have the practice to do it. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to be setting up to go for the first boss instead.
Oh yeah, that's right. Death didn't actually fight you. He just wanted you to know that he was here, saying, "Okay, Death, I'll see you later."
Death is here, and something is afoot.
Ow! Ow! Level up.
Yay!
But you don't get full health and full meter if you level up.
Yeah, I mean, action RPGs have been doing that ever since after Diablo 2 actually did allow you to fully heal up on level up.
$25.
Although And interestingly enough, Digimon World 4 does not allow you to do a fully heal on level up. Actually, it does fully heal you on level up, so.
Whip the candles. Get the money.
The money in this game is going to be important for healing items, but not much else.
Really, you can't buy like enhanced weapons at the shop?
You can buy enhanced weapons and armor, but the enhanced weapons that you get are not worth the amount that you'd spend on them. Be safe, everybody.